Are you new here to the Hunter Call of the Wild, and are you struggling to understand the game, the way it works, and just overall looking for some bomb tips for the game? Well, my name is Squid, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been making content on the Hunter Call of the Wild for the past 3 years, and I've been playing for the last 8 years of my 15-year life. Here in today's video, I'm going to be counting down my top 5 best tips and tricks for beginner players specifically, whether that's the weapons to purchase first, the best DLCs to purchase first, the small skills and perks guide. Even though that I do have more detailed videos on every one of those topics, there is going to be some exclusive tips and tricks in this video that you're not going to find in any other video on YouTube. So without further ado, my friends, wasting no more of your time, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So coming in at number 5 here on our list today is going to be a small weapons guide. Now, if you're a very beginner player and you're not going to buy DLC, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and save up $12,000 in order to buy the 270 Huntsman. Now, the 270 Huntsman is your first choice for a weapon no matter what. Do not save up 6k and buy the 223 because that has about the same stats as the 243, which comes free with the game. Now, the 270, you're going to be able to shoot things like moose, black bear much easier, and it is a very good 4-8 rifle for your first choice. Now, right here is where it kind of starts to split if you're going to buy DLC or not. The number one best 7-9 rifle in the game, if you're going to buy DLC, is going to be the Arzina 300. I would strongly suggest buying that DLC for 7-9 species. The Modern Rifles pack, I believe the DLC is called. It comes with the Zarza 10 308, which is one of the, if not the best 4-8 rifle in the game, meaning that you can shoot all those deer species with it all the way up to a moose, black bear. Even though that the Arzina 300 is going to get that job done much easier, this is still a very powerful weapon that will take down deer very easily. It also comes with another camo variant, which honestly serves no purpose because of weapon customization, but the DLC came out before that existed. You're also going to get the Zarza 15 223, which is another reason why you shouldn't buy the base game 223, because you can get it for free in the DLC. Now, keep in mind that these DLCs are like $3 or $4 real money, at least United States money. And in the Modern Rifles pack, you're also going to get the Zarza 15 22 LR, and they're all in that beautiful assault rifle form. They are semi-automatic. Do we need automatic rifles in Call of the Wild? Yes. Will that ever happen? Absolutely not. Now, if you're not going to buy a DLC, the best 7-9 rifle is going to be the 300 Caning Magnum Frontier. I believe I've heard some theories that this comes with the Yukon Valley DLC, so you may need to buy one map, but this is the best gun in the game if you're not going to buy DLC. And then this one I know 100% for sure comes with the game, the single shot 7mm. Now, it is kind of unfortunate because it's a single shot, and if you buy the DLC with the Malamer 7mm, you get a 4-shot bolt action rifle. So my suggestion to you would be to go ahead and buy DLC. There's some really nice handgun DLCs out there. The Rhino is probably one of the better ones base game. In shotguns, I would always suggest the Cacciatore as a base game shotgun. Save up for that one as soon as you can. It's just better. It has more shots, more accurate. It's just way better than the standard Stewart 12 gauge that comes with the game. As for bows, the Bear Claw is base game and it's very good. So if you can save up for that, definitely suggest it. Other than that, you can also get the Compound Bow DLC that comes with these bows. There's a handful of bows in here, but they all pretty much do the same thing. Besides, the long bows are way more complicated. And then last but not least for DLC, there is a whole DLC guide that I have if you guys want to know all the best DLCs in the game. But this one is essential for me, the Scopes and Crosshairs DLC. Now, previously, if you guys watched some of my old guides, I would talk about the Hyperion being the best scope in the game, and it is now the Odin scope, which comes in the Scopes and Crosshairs DLC. It has the very wide field of view of the Hyperion, with the zoom of the Argus, which is the scope that zooms the best, but the visibility is very low, and that is base game. This scope is just by far the best scope in the game. Dang near every rifle in the game supports it, along with a handful of handguns, so yeah, I would strongly suggest that. And then a huge tip for those of you guys that aren't going to be buying DLC, just shoot as many things as you possibly can with base game guns to get your rifle score up, your shotgun score up, your handgun score up, because you're going to need those perk and skill points down the road. Coming in at number 4 here on our list is going to be the importance of having a fully unlocked map. Now, a mistake that I made for, I believe, a year or two when I first started playing the game is I would just hang around the base outpost in Layton Lakes. Now, this is not Layton Lakes, this is the newest map DLC to the game, a Ski Ridge, but they all pretty much have the exact same setup. You're gonna notice these binocular logos, and what these are lookout points. Those are the only things that come unlocked on your map, meaning you can see where they are, and when you go up to the top of one, there's gonna be a little inspect button. It's very hard to miss. It's just at the top, you walk up the stairs, every lookout point is the exact same, so they just look visibly different. What that's going to do is it's going to unlock a little circle of your map. Things like hunting stands are going to pop up, which you have to pay in-game currency to build, and most importantly, these little houses are going to pop up, which are called outposts. This unlocks the ability to fast travel, which gives you a very wide range of places to hunt, as there's a lot of lookout points and there's a lot of outposts all over the map. The maps are giant in this game, which is one of the beautiful parts of Call of the Wild. So say I want to hunt in the upper right hand corner, but I don't have every outpost, I would have to go to the nearest one. I would have to run from that outpost. Having outposts unlocked makes it very easy for you to jump around your map and shoot the most amount of animals possible, as most animal species congregate into certain parts of the map at certain times of the day, and you can figure out what those parts are by joining my Discord server and using one of the hotspot maps in there that show you exactly when and where to hunt any species in any map in the game, kindly provided by my friend ProXCK. Once you go around and you discover every single lookout point, the map will look like this. You'll be able to see every single edge of the map that is explorable. Little points of interest will show up that weren't there before, and if you missed any outposts along the way, they will show up as green, and then you have to go to them and unlock the outposts as well. Now, on the topic of unlocking your map, I would strongly suggest using a four-wheeler to go from lookout point to lookout point, because it's going to be way faster than walking on foot. Trust me, it's going to save you literal hours. Okay, and then we have a beautifully remodeled mule deer here. It's going to be a 205. I did shoot him with the improper weapon because I'm mule deer grinding right now. And then coming in at number 3 for the top 5 best tips and tricks for beginner players here in the Hunter Call of the Wild is going to be wait to trophy hunt. Now, as you just heard me say, I'm doing a mule deer grind, and you're going to hear a lot of this different stuff through the Call of the Wild community. I shot a diamond of this species. I shot a great one of this species. I'm grinding for this species. As a beginner player, trust me, the best thing that you can do is ignore all of that until you get to level 30, and just casually run around and hunt everything that you possibly can, and trust me, you're going to find trophies along the way doing that. Is it going to be as much as a level 60 player who has every single skill and perk, and is just perfectly set up and plays the game all day every day, such as myself? Absolutely not. But you're going to find trophies just by casually running around. One of the biggest mistakes that I see beginner players making is getting super overwhelmed by all the trophies that other players are getting, and they think that they can just get trophies right off the bat. This is a game. You have to progress through the game, which as long as you follow all the tips and tricks throughout my videos and this video, you shouldn't have much trouble doing. It's going to take you a long time, such as any other game, but it is very worth it in the end. Trust me, wait to trophy hunt, my friends. I always recommend waiting till at least level 30 because you're halfway to max level, which is level 60, and you'll have about half of the skills and perks that you need, including things like the zeroing perk, maybe recoil management, which is going to help a lot, but I'd strongly suggest watching my skill and perk guide because I go over every skill and perk and what they do. Okay, so as you guys just heard me mention, I was talking about the zeroing perk. Now, once you unlock the better in-game binoculars, which are in-game, they just require some XP and a handful of cash to purchase. These are called the Apex View binoculars. You will have a rangefinder in your binoculars. This is very good for telling how far away animals are, but also if you look in the bottom right hand corner, once you unlock this little perk to 0, that's gonna make your bullets way more accurate. Now, by default, every single gun in the game is 0 to 150 meters, so keep that in mind. If you're closer to an animal, like right now, 60 to 70 meters, you're gonna want to aim low because the bullet's gonna hit high. If you're 200 plus meters away, meaning further than 150, you're gonna want to aim slightly high because the bullet's gonna drop. That's how real life ballistics work. It's not to complicate things for you guys, it's to be as realistic as possible. Once you unlock the zeroing perk, say for example, let's say that tree right there is a giant whitetail, 57 meters out. Now, the closest that you can zero to once you have all 3 points in zeroing is 75 meters, and what I would do in this situation, considering that it's 57 meters away, would be just to aim slightly low. With as close as we are, it's not a crazy big deal, but just to play it safe, slightly low, because it really does matter. I'm gonna put it right on that chunk of snow right there. And as you can see, almost perfectly, I destroyed that chunk of snow on the tree. Now, having the Apex View binoculars is really going to help you determine how far animals are away because it's very accurate, but actually more accurately, and you can use this before you get the best binoculars. Every single time that you spot an animal, if you open up your map, this little previously spotted icon shows up, and if you notice in the bottom right hand corner, it shows me exactly how far away it is, 103.27 meters. This is more accurate than the binoculars because it's exactly where you're pointing on the map. The binoculars give you a accurate but rough estimate. If I drop a waypoint on this, it didn't drop right in the middle, but it's kind of to the side. You can see 101 meters out. So what I would do in this situation is I would 0 to 150, and I would aim slightly low. I'd probably put it about right there. Now at this point in the video, if you're finding yourself struggling to find animals and that's why you're here in the first place, watch my how to find more animals guide video. I will leave the link for that down in the description for you. It's a very simple mistake that a lot of people are doing, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, hunt drink times. If you're still in Layton Lakes, the best thing that you could possibly do is set it to 9:30 in the morning and then go run one of the river systems. You're going to find bear, you're going to find whitetail just making it into their zones. You're going to find moose in a few in-game hours. Again, I have a whole guide on that will be linked down in the description for you guys. And coming in at number 1 as my last and best tip for beginner players here in the Hunter Call of the Wild is going to be to not pay attention to the amount of trophies that content creators are getting. Keep in mind that we play this game pretty much as a full-time job for hours and hours every single day. And if you find yourself getting burnt out or discouraged, the best thing for you to do is hop into your own game and focus on your account. Getting your save game leveled up as soon as possible is going to be a huge game changer for you. And if you find yourself getting burnt out, go play a different game. Do not completely abandon the game. Before you leave Call of the Wild, go tell yourself, I'm going to play a different game so that way I don't get bored with this game, and it's better for my, I guess we could say, mental health. Because it can be very discouraging. I just made the switch from PlayStation 5 to PC here about 6 months ago, and it was like genuinely depressing losing all the trophies on PlayStation just to move over here to PC to have a better playing experience. And 7 months later, I can tell you guys it was 100% worth it. Being able to run in 300 frames per second while live streaming, using a keyboard and mouse, the video editing is so much easier. Everything about playing on PC is just better if you're a content creator. And you know, I played on console for almost 8 years now. The game came out in October of 2017, and I have to say I've never had this much fun on the game as I did in the last few months, you guys. It was crazy, the progression of the YouTube channel since I switched to PC. There's an insane amount of perks that came along with it. But hey guys, if you guys found this video helpful, it's just kind of a quick video here today to really try to help out some of those beginner players and give you guys some encouragement that it is possible. You're not going to be the best player in the world right off the bat, and trust me, as soon as you get that account leveled up, you guys are going to be having a much easier experience. I appreciate you guys all watching until the end of today's video. If you did, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. We just broke 9,000 subscribers, so if you guys wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it would be very much appreciated as we're on the road to 10K. Without further ado, my friends, my name is Squid, you're watching Squidster Outdoors, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.